on. Those boats to your left, though, those fishing boats, they provide some of the local downtown restaurants with other styles of red seafood. Here's your first photograph to the left, guys, because there she is, the Hayes Gray, the number 41 to the left. This is the USS Midway. She is an aircraft carrier museum. She opened in 2005. The Midway, originally commissioned 1945, stayed into service till 1992. Throughout her years of service, USS Midway, she saw the Korean War, the Vietnam War, and the Persian Gulf War. Today, the Midway, she's an aircraft carrier museum. They're open 7 days a week, 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. You are going to need at least 4 hours aboard the Midway in order to see it all. Over to your left, guys, right across the harbor, you're going to notice that landmass. There are mustard-colored buildings with red rooftops. To the left is North Island Naval Air Station. It employs 165,000 sailors, Marines, and Coast Guard. They do call San Diego their home. North Island is also home to 17 helicopter squadrons, the F-8 fighter jets, and the F-35 strike fighter jets. Over to the left, guys, the Maritime Museum. There's the flagship to the Maritime Museum, the Star of India. It was built in 1863 off the Isle of Man, off the coast of England. It was completed 5 days before Abraham Lincoln delivered his Gettysburg Address. Throughout her historical voyages, the Star of India, she has traversed our planet 21 times. To this day, she's still one of the oldest iron-hull sailing ships that actually float upon the water. Coming up on the right-hand side, guys, you're going to see a building that today is so to help him see, they built him a periscope. Lindbergh did his historical flight, New York City to Paris. It took him 33 and a half hours. All he took with him were 5 ham sandwiches. 5 ham sandwiches. I'm pretty sure he told them, hold the mayo. Over to the right, guys. There's San Diego International Airport at Lindbergh Field. Notice the aircraft, they are lined up, one right behind the other. We're a very busy airport because we see over 600 arrivals and departures daily. The control tower, they tell us they're able to launch and land each of those aircraft at 90 seconds apart. And that's because they're doing it with one runway. Look to the right, guys. Here we have an Alaskan airline. This one's taking off. When those aircraft take off, they have to hit a speed of about 225 miles an hour in order for them to receive the lift they're going to need. Because we have the shortest runway of any airport. Most airports have a 2-mile runway. And this one only measures out 1.78 miles wide. Yeah, that's a quarter-mile short to a 2-mile runway. When they take off, look at that, put a sea bangle. Now when pilots bring their aircraft in for a landing, they kind of feel looking like they're trying to land their aircraft into a shoebox. Way off in the distance back there, guys, you probably saw those mustard-colored buildings back there. They have red rooftops. Way back there is MCRD, Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. MCRD, the Marine Corps Recruiting Depot. Per year, they're going to graduate about 21,000 Marines. Upon that graduation, they send them a little farther north up to Camp Pendleton. That's where they finish their advanced training. However, this past President's Day weekend, the history that MCRD Day, President's Day weekend, the very first female Marine recruits that arrived here in San Diego. And the females, they were trained right alongside the men at MCRD. And well over a month ago, the entire female group, they all graduated with full honors as United States Marines. Hoorah! Alright, our vessel is at a top speed of 40 miles an hour. Captain Aerobites like to crank up the AC unit because it is 75 degrees out. Those of you sitting in the back row, I know you guys are already feeling that breeze back there. We are now crossing the bridge into Point Loma. Loma's a Spanish word meaning hill. Look to your left, guys. Look out at the far end of the point, because way out there is Point Loma. That comprises over 400 feet of sea level. That's our destination this morning. Over to the left, guys. This is the anti-submarine warfare base in San Diego. You can't see it from here, but inside one of their buildings